Hello friends, it has been a while, I know, but I've been watching the announcements and such, and I will be trying to get the Alchemilla Hospital stuff back online, as well as getting the forums back up, but I have, forgotten the coding systems for this because I've been working on, other coding languages and human languages and things, and I'm doing, Silent Hill playthrough in Latin on my other channel, so just had not been doing the coding for the internet thing. And firstly, anything which is a remake is going to get compared to the original and probably criticized a lot, and I've already seen this. So I just hope that the developers have good therapists. It's good to see Yamaoka and Ito's names, certainly. To me, how the story is handled is more important than the graphics, or, and the gameplay is more important to me. So it's like I don't really care how it looked because, I grew up on Silent Hill 1 with PlayStation 1 graphics. I don't care about that. But of course they're making it, for the young folks, the young whippersnappers. So I keep that in mind too, that I'm not necessarily the group that they're making it for. Though partly, partly nostalgia value and partly is for new fans and their expectations, which they would be catering to, with these new things. So I'm most interested in the gameplay, and it's just good that they have some of the original members back and some of the, two of the more important ones back, most important ones. So if anyone's upset by the existence of these things, then I would remind you it doesn't erase the originals from existence. So just go play Silent Hill 2 or something, which is certainly something I would do. So I did make some notes while I was watching through it's on IGN's channel on YouTube. The Polish team Bloober, the developers were saying that the over-the-shoulder cam is for modernization rather than the in the center of the screen thing, but that's normal for me, I was just playing Silent Hill 1 today, and that's normal for me, with Harry or James in the center of the screen. It is good to see that people in the motion capture suits and such. As for PS5 exclusive, I don't have one. My brother has one, I think, but that's as close as I'm getting to one, I think. It doesn't even make sense to me to buy one because, I bought a PS4 for PT. I didn't buy a PS4 until John from Silent Hill Community told me about, PT being a thing, and of course that was a massive disappointment because it was cancelled, but and everybody's being that's a lot of the reason that people are being hesitant to get excited, I suppose. But the thing is, this is an official announcement, so that's at least better than all these weird rumors that have been going around, and I definitely wasn't going to, make videos about weird rumors, because I don't care about those. Something should come out of it if they're trying all these new things. But, over the shoulder cam and just the controls, I'm so used to tank controls. I've been playing through Tomb Raider again, too, because that was another favorite of mine. The original Tomb Raiders on PlayStation, that is. So, tank controls and person in the center of the screen. Your character in the center of the screen. But yeah, it started on PlayStation and they're happy about that and whatever. So PS5, started on PlayStation 1, and now on PS5. And then there's this Silent Hill Townfall thing, which, we'll see, I guess. the live stream thing said Victor Hadida, the producer of the original film, got in touch with Christoph Gans and he said he would direct again. And he was the director of the first Silent Hill film. So, Return to Silent Hill, it would be. And he talks about the myth of Orpheus and such. So, Silent Hill 2 movie, because, first Silent Hill film was, even though it had Rose, it was still sort of an adaptation of Harry and Cheryl's story. Which again goes to the modernization thing. So, keeping the same stories, the same sorts of stories, same town, but for modern audiences, not old people like myself, I guess. I don't know. Also, as Gans says, things need change to tell a story in the time period, the length of film compared to the length of a game, which I could go on and on about lengths of games these days, and grinding in games. But, the medium of film is different, so people don't seem to understand that entirely. So, of course, it's changing things if it's an entirely different medium. And I think this is what Roger Ebert was talking about when he said video games weren't art. And he wasn't even saying they weren't art, only that being interactive puts them in a different category altogether because the experience is totally different. Of course, the games will change with changing technology, and I am still, like I said, stuck in the areas of tank controls, and I do poorly with new controls because I don't really play modern games. They just don't interest me. I'm just, stuck with 1996 Lara Croft and, 1999 Harry Mason, among other things. I played up to Downpour, but so I just think this is not being made for me specifically, I'm not the target audience, but I'm glad it's being made, like the remake of Silent Hill 2. And then it also goes into merchandise, which, people complain about that, but I've made things like the tourism pamphlet, which I have available for download and to print out yourself on SilentHillCommunity.com now. And, things like that. People want physical items, and there haven't been many things made, so I think it's good that, official merchandise is being made, because I know people have, asked me to make more things for them and to make, custom art objects and paintings and things. And I don't necessarily have the time to do so. So I think it's good that there is stuff being made, and people say, cash grab. But you can't really separate art from commerce under capitalism, so, people do have bills to pay, and things cost money, so it is what it is. Then there's, Red Pyramid thing, 1/6 scale statue, another James statue, Maria, and then there's a diorama of the dog ending, which is cool. I just love the whole room and things, with Mira in it. There was a cute Mira plushie that was shown. And then, of course, there's the skateboards and things. I think Wendy said she had those, but she has the fabulous collection and things. It's a Mira plushie, Bubblehead Nurse, Pop-Up Parade Company, and then there's also a diorama of Pyramid Head and Maria running to the elevator, which I didn't quite understand from the video how that looked. And then there's this Silent Hill Ascension thing, Invid and Bad Robot Games, and it said live 2023 ascension.com for updates. You can sign up there. And then something about J.J. Abrams and choosing the outcome. I don't know. So I haven't gone there yet, so I don't know what that is. I'm sure people are already complaining about it, but and you gotta ask yourself, is this being made for me, or is there a way I can enjoy it as a fan? I think is what you have to ask yourself. Saying, well, if I don't want the series to die, then how can I contribute to its success, you know, as a fan? So I think by being cautiously hopeful and cautiously optimistic and trying to see the good qualities in it, you know, like I said, with Yamaoka-san and Ito-san there, good to see their names and their. Yamaoka did a little video on there you can watch, and Ito was briefly in the video too. So it's always great to see them. So, you know, really, you have to take a lot of things into consideration, and there will always be things to complain about, but maybe focus on the positive things. I would say the positive aspects of the series being potentially, you know, reinvigorated was my takeaway from it. And having people who have been involved in the past, Ito, Yamaoka, you know, Yamaoka, of course, extremely important, and so is Ito. And then, you know, for the movie Gons and some of the other teams, you know, they do talk about having been fans for a while and being, you know, greatly inspired by it. So if you put yourself in their shoes, you know, what would you be doing? You know, I mean, how would you be thinking about it? So, you know, cautiously optimistic, and of course we're all upset that PT didn't, like, come to anything and it was taken off the store and stuff, you know. I mean, yes, that sucked. But maybe they're, you know, trying to do something right this time. Not that PT wasn't right, but taking it down and, like, canceling the game was kind of, we all thought it was the end. So it really seems like people have been, you know, badgering Konami and saying, you know, fans actually do want this, so maybe as fans we should pretend that we do want this. Or not pretend, but, you know, act like we actually want new things. Thanks for watching, and I will try to be working on the forums and things and trying to get things up. Flowers, Habio. So, also, if anybody wants to watch my videos over on Ancient Rome with Amy, I am doing Silent Hill videos, and I have props and things, you know. I have props for Tomb Raider and things. I found my Lara Croft memory card. So I've been playing through Tomb Raider, but now I think I'm going to play through Silent Hill 1, and then, you know, probably the other games as well. It's in Latin, but because I'm, like, trying to relearn Latin, but I have English subtitles for the video game. I have English subtitles for all the video game things, I believe, so. And, you know, learning a bit of Latin also helps with your English vocabulary, and helps with learning any related language. So, it's not a useless skill. I found it very helpful in learning languages, and that's why I'm getting back into it and trying to help others get back into it, or start with it. Thanks for watching, if you got this far. Feel free to comment and things, but yeah, it's just a matter of time and energy and finding the time to work on the coding of things. And moderating and such, but I put links up also to the Facebook group and to the Alchemilla Hospital Facebook page if anyone wants to discuss things there as well. So later, friends, and I'll try to update this more.